All the big clubs have sent their scouts to the World Cup to watch the youngsters on the rise. Wadi getting man of the match performances for Morocco, Yan Diomande ruining people down the wings, Mora playing for Mexico at the age of 17, or even the likes of Ayari scoring bangers for Sweden 2 in one game. So now what I've done is create Young Stars FC, a squad filled with players that I cannot wait to replace. And my goal is absolutely simple. Find the youngest football players in the world and put them into this team. Our generous club owners have given us £5 million to begin with. So let's begin by taking a look at our team. Midfield and attack looks okay, but defense, man, 56. 57s all around. We have to do some immediate work right there. Before we go on though, here is one thing to keep in mind. Anytime a top 10 club in the world comes in and wants one of our 16-year-olds, we have to sell them. But only until we make it into the Premier League. And we'll start off with a new number 1. Joudra is now becoming the goalkeeper of our choice. And well, we got him in for 900k from Lens. He comes in at a rating of 62. So immediately the goalkeeping position is being upgraded by 5. He is 62 rated, obviously, 6'2" tall, and actually he is the national team goalkeeper for the France under 16s, 17s, and now the under 18s. The next player walking in has played for the German under 15s all the way up to the under 17s. Of course, it's Bayern Munich's Kiala now joining into our team. I'm excited about this one. A 16-year-old coming in for 530k at a rating of 58 though, so not necessarily an immediate upgrade, as you can tell, but I'm very happy to welcome this guy into the team. I mean, from a 58, this is going to be some journey, isn't it? We're going to take some players from such low ratings to insane heights, and that's what this is about. And, well, he is going to be an important part of this defense, that's for sure. And I'm going to keep on spending on the defense. One of the youngest centre-backs out there that I could have purchased now comes into the team, having played for the England under 16s all the way up to the 18s. It's Tottenham's Byfield now coming into the team, and this is a decently rated player. And because of that, we had to pay 800k for him, but he is 62 rated. So clearly this is an upgrade for our defense. He's 6'1", just like Kiala as well, and if we compare both of these guys directly, you can tell he's winning in multiple stats. So he's gonna have to accompany Kiala through growth, and hopefully he's gonna be the one to help us prevent us from conceding the most. Now, with him coming into the team, left back position now is the lowest rated position we need to go after. This next one, the kid has already started 11 games for his team at the top level of European football, has played for Morocco under 17s and 18s. It is Zekri now joining into our team. I'm so excited about this one as he comes in for 900k. He's a left midfielder who is 61 rated. Now, obviously, left midfield is not the position he's going to be taking over. I'm actually going to be using him as a left back. It's a position that he has listed on him as well. He's going to be a very attacking one. That's the plan with him. We're going to send him all out attacking whenever we can and make use of his abilities. He's clearly a big talent for Morocco. I mean, playing already at the age of 16, starting 11 games in the Belgian league. I love that for him. Now that I've sold 2 players, I am getting in a 16-year-old who has started a couple times for Levante. And this man is a Spanish under 17s, under 18s talent. Nacho Perez, welcome to the team for the last of my money, but at a rating of 67. Now, this is the highest rated player we're bringing in. It's the last one we're bringing in this transfer window. We have completely transformed this back line. Zekri now down to a 60 because I turned him into a left back. But Perez, man, 79 pace on him, some really decent defensive stats, 5'9". I really hope that this back line will help us do well. I am not expecting promotion or anything like that, but growth is the most important thing. But now I only have 68k left, and that means I don't have a single penny to spend on coaches. Okay, this is definitely not ideal. They're gonna grow slow in the first season. And so the first season comes to an end, and there is no surprise. We finished 15th with 58 points. And all I want to see is the growth in the team. Actually, it's not too bad. Oh, Kiala injured his Achilles. That's not good. We needed him to grow to a 60. Ajudra up to a 66, which will make a big difference. The lads up front are still looking solid as ever. And currently our most valuable player is Perez at 2.4 million as we speak. And while the player that has scored the most is Leonard, so all these original players from the squad are doing their bits. But we want the youngest players to be in here, so next season the transfer window has to be big once again. Well, this time we have only been given 3.7 million. And we are going to be looking at a talent over at Shamrock Rovers in Ireland who has scored 4 goals in 11 starts. Noonan is now becoming part of our team, and well, he is a striker who walks in for just about 500k plus our current striker at a rating of 64. And just like any player we have purchased so far, this guy in the first season of career mode, when you want to buy him, he's going to be 16 as well. For us, he comes in at the age of 17 now, obviously 1 season into the career mode. Now he has decent pace, okay shooting, 6'1", no play styles, but I have faith. Noonan is going to be special. And the crazy thing is, the next player we're bringing in is also from Shamrock Rovers, playing with Noonan in the Ireland youth national teams. But this man, Ozjan Vuna, is now a center attacking midfielder that we really appreciate. Joining us for a very low price, 870k at a rating of 64. So that central cam position goes from a 56 up to a 64, and we now have 2 Irish lads who also play for the same team in real life. Shouts out to Shamrock Rovers for giving youngsters a chance like that. This guy has managed to get 2 assists so far this season for them, so I'm very impressed to welcome both of these into the team. Have you ever heard of a 16-year-old who is 6'6" tall and plays for the German under-17s? Well, now you have, because Kaba is joining into our team. Borussia Dortmund's big talent has now come in for just 1 million at a rating of 65. This is what I'm really excited about just because of his sheer size. I mean, 6'6". If we can work up his stats, he's going to be an absolute beast in that position. No one is going to be able to get past his long legs. His tackles are going to be insane. And hopefully I can train him to be quite decent moving forward as well. Possibly headers. So Kaba, yeah, this is a big move for us. Next up, though, we sold Dervishi, Ghana, and many more players, as you can tell. And with that, taking our budget back up to 2.4. But this time, I'm not going to make the same mistake. I have spent all of the rest of my money on just coaches. So this way, we're going to get the best out of our players for the future. But no more transfers now. And now at the end of the season, we have an incredible position to be in. It is us in the 4th spot. 78 points. Everyone above us has already played their games. So, if I win this game, we go up to 81, which makes us champions. If I draw, we don't make it through because they have a better goal difference. Actually, no. Oh, yeah. Chesterfield has one more point there. So, we have to win. Either we go into the playoffs or we win and become champions. How insane is that? So let's see if we can actually make that happen as we go into the attack with Kaba. The big man in the center finds our attacking midfielder. The Irish lads up front are doing an incredible job for us so far. In just 5 minutes in, it all worked out. Kaba again part of the attack as Pope hits it onto the crossbar. The 6'6" giant comes up front and wants to score himself, which won't happen right there. But Noonan finds Pope, and in the center is our Cam. And how is he missing that, man? We are now going into attack over attack. We desperately want to win this. A beautiful through ball. The 2 Irish lads once again combining, and this time it will be a simple finish, taking us up by 2 goals and putting us into the perfect position to get the title over here. And now we're running down the right with Brown. Cross whipped in. Look at Noonan. He's going to make that look as simple as it is. We have won this game 3-0 against Grimsby Town, the last game of the season, and the title belongs to us. Look at the team, tired. They have given it their all, which is exactly what I'm after. We see a 69 on both of the Irish lads who, by the way, this Ozjan Vuna guy plays incredible. In defense, Sciala back from injury up to a 63, but Perez is miles ahead on a 75 right now. The rest of the boys need to get close to him, and then Joudron is on a 73. So these 16-year-olds are doing a great job. Noonan comes in with 21-3. And, of course, our attacking mid, 17-6. These guys are doing a great job. But look at the right back coming up with 13 goal contributions, which is extremely impressive. Every 3 seasons, I will give you guys an update on the total stats, just so you know. Well, in the new year, we have been given about 5 million. Now we're stepping up to the big boys. A Spanish youth national team player for the under-15s and 17s. And a huge talent from Barcelona. It is Toni Fernandez now joining into our squad for basically all of my money. So don't expect me to sign anyone else, as he comes in at a 72. That means we're switching to the 4-2-1-3 formation now. And that right-hand side of our team becomes all Spanish with Perez in there and now Toni Fernandez. He's now obviously 18 years old. 79 pace on him, 4-star skill moves. When you start your career mode, he's going to be 16. You can get him for real cheap. Now we messed up. Pope's release clause has been paid by Cremonese, leaving us with just 1.2 million. I guess we'll have to stick to Hunter on the left wing for this season. And now it's the last game of the season. We are second with 81 points, but Cardiff City could still overtake us. So if we win our next game, we get promoted. And straight away into the attack we go. Hunter into Noonan, and we find Ozzy. Ozzy, go on, son. Find someone. Beautiful. Lift it through for Noonan, and that finish is just world class. Left-footed, puts it into the top left, and we're going for another one with the same man. This time, left foot into the top right. This is looking like an easy victory for our team. However, it is not going to be as easy. We concede one, but trust me, nothing else happened in this game. And so once again, our team is going up. I mean, look at these ratings. 75, 76, 77 in the attack. We have Kaba on a 77. And yes, he might only have 58 pace, which I need to work on, but I think he's class in game. In the defense, we're looking much better now with Kiala going up to a 69. And our goalkeeper is officially the highest rated player alongside Perez at the moment. So far, the 16-year-olds are doing a great job, but Noonan is doing incredibly well. And I gotta be careful. Some of those big teams might be swooping in soon. So we might be well off if we go ahead and just sign some backups that could be really useful moving forward, because if we lose one of our players, we don't want to be standing there empty-handed. And as promised, after 3 seasons, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Noonan at the top so far. We have a couple of originals at 5, 4, and 3, but then Ozyan Vuna and Noonan are leading the line. Of course they are. In the championship, we are only given 7 million, but to our shock, it is actually happening already. Our striker Noonan is being picked up by a top 10 club in the world, as Barcelona decide to pay 26 million for him. But then I agreed a deal with Oliver Glasner from Crystal Palace for 32 million. And that 32 million transfer was our goalkeeper. Now, I didn't have to make this move, but it just made sense. If I'm losing my striker, I need to do a grand overhaul, and he's only valued at 20, so I got 12 million on top, which is insane. But this now leaves us with 50 million in the budget. First, I'm signing a goalkeeper who has the highest potential in terms of 16-year-olds, and that would be Deniz Dönmezer. 5.1 million release clause. Comes in at a 73 rating. So he comes in at the age of 19 now. He has a footwork play style on him, and generally speaking, some really good numbers and high potential. Now, obviously, it's a -5 downgrade, but then still, like, we're only a championship club. He can grow if we have time. And up top, we're going to be signing a player who played for the under-15s all the way up to the under-17s of England. A Leeds United original, not Archie Gray, but his brother, Harry Gray. Yes, we are signing the big man's bro, and he comes in at a 17 in terms of his number. But in terms of his value, well, it's only 6 million, because he is only 73 rated. Now, this is an exceptional deal. I think this guy is going to grow very quickly. I mean, from the originals that we still had here, Kiala is still only a 69 rated player. So we can still do really well with Gray here. I'm excited to have him in. I don't think I've ever used him, and it excites me even more to think that his little bro is already playing in the Premier League and we can take him there. Up next, I want a left wing. and a CDM. This next player we're signing is one of the highest potential players we could possibly get. Just like Kaba, Albert is joining us from Borussia Dortmund. He has played for the US youth national teams from under 16s all the way to the 18s, and he joins us for 18.6 million and a rating of 77. Now that's what I call an upgrade, and I think he's even higher rated at left wing. He could be a 79. He doesn't have a picture, which is ridiculous. We'll fix that in just a second. But 88 pace on him, good shooting, passing, amazing dribbling, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He has the technical, the first touch, and the trickster. This guy's next level. At left wing now, he has gone up to a 78 rating, and he has a picture now. For CDM, we're going for the obvious one. The cat has now joined our team, and he has done so for about 13.7 million. This kid played 36 games at his young age in the top division in Belgium, and obviously plays in all the youth national teams. But most importantly, he comes into our team to partner up with Kaba now. 6'6", 6'4". I don't think anyone is getting past our midfield. And now, as much as I wanted the team to do well, I'm actually really glad to see that we missed out on promotion playoffs, finishing 7th, just 1 point off Wolves, who still could be winning their next game. The reason why I'm happy is because I don't think this team is ready for Premier League football yet. Yes, certain players are, but then we have players like Kiala and Byfield just not looking too strong at all, and we need to just keep building until we are prepared. But obviously, this team needs to get into the Premier League as fast as possible, so that we can go ahead and basically say no to the big clubs when they want to sign our players. New season's budget is set at 7 million again. There's a kid over at Melbourne City in Australia who also plays for their youth national teams. In the name of Kutleshi, he now becomes the first backup that we actually buy for our team at about 5.7 million. He comes in at a 71 rating, can play right back and centre back if needed. I think, yeah, he's just fine playing centre back there. The reason why I brought him in is because Perez is 82 rated and only 20 years old. I'm scared that someone will pick him up. It is a match at Ivy Lane between Birmingham and ourselves for the top in the championship. And this has been an incredible journey so far, and we want to continue it with Albert finding Gray the first time we get to play with him, and Gray hits it into the top left with ease. Noonan is gone. He needs to step up. His brother is probably watching this game thinking, go on, son, make this happen. But then again, he wouldn't say go on, son. He would say go on, brother. But anyways, here we go. We are defending well here with our goalkeeper also showcasing his abilities as we find Kaba. Into Gray we go, finding Albert, and Albert hits it onto the keeper and in. 71 minutes in, this team is now leading and possibly getting promoted as the first place team in the championship. And it's not just down to the attack, it's also down to amazing goalkeeping from Dönmezer, who has been a great addition into the team. He doesn't just step up once, but multiple times, and that gets us the victory. With that victory in the bag, we are now champions in the championship, going up into the Premier League. Let me tell you, it's about time, because now we have an 88 rated Tony Fernandes, 89 rated Ozan Vona. We have Albert on an 86 as well, Kaba 87. These two centre-backs are growing very, very slowly. This guy has... Wait, what rate... Hold on a second. What rating did Dönmezer come in at? And how is he up so high? He got a +6 this season. Wow. And in terms of goals, Tony Fernandes, he is rocking it right now with Gray coming up with 18 and 4. We love to see it. Our cam just keeps getting numbers. Now, in the Premier League, they gave us 38 million to work with. But most importantly, now that we are in the Premier League, none of our players have to leave us. So that's going to be quite huge. But that means I get to sign some incredible backup 16-year-olds for this team now. This next 16-year-old comes into our team as a player who has played in the under-16s all the way to the under-20s of France already. And of course, it's Senghesson joining us for 11.5 mil. He's going to be the backup to Gray, who now obviously is 83 rated, but on the bench we didn't really have anyone, so he's going to be walking in at a 76 rating. At this point in time, obviously 21 years old, 5'11", has some really nice stats on him. Lots of pace that we can utilize when we do sub him in for Gray. Now a man from the Moroccan under-18s wearing the number 10 at Ajax. But Ajax young. He comes in. Ouazzane is now the future of that cam position, possibly. 4 goals and 5 assists to his name. Joining us for 23 million. And well, he might not be able to challenge Ozzy right now, but he's going to be able to back him up at least. Now, he doesn't have a picture, but he's a great player. A big talent over at Ajax, who I think we're going to see more of in the coming season. But he now is 21 years old, 85 pace, good shooting, good passing, amazing dribbling, 4-star skill moves, 6 foot tall. Could be a special player. Our first season in the Premier League has now come to an end. And, well, we have the team in the 6th position. 63 points. City win the title. But as we go over into the FA Cup, we see that Arsenal has won that thing. And doesn't that tell me that because Arsenal won it, who have qualified for the Champions League, we qualify for Europa League instead of Conference League? If that is how it works, we are in an amazing spot. Because I truly feel like with this team, I could compete for it easily. I could compete for the Champions League. But the 2 centre-backs are still the issue within the squad. It's okay, though. And there is no other option. I have to build these guys up. However, next season, we get to strengthen the bench even more. And that is going to be important as we try to possibly win our first major trophy. Now, in terms of numbers, Gray is the main man this time around. Albert, 15 and 5, 13 and 5 from Tony. Ozzy comes in with 22. Love that. But what I want is more money to spend right now. Well, they gave us 19 million. How about Germany under 16s? Osmani from Bayern Munich. He's now joining into our team for about 6 million to back us up in the midfield as a 73 rated player. Next up is Turkey under 18s centre-back in the name of Atayanık, joining us for about 6 million. Has some really nice stats on him. Someone we can definitely build up for years to come, especially as a backup to Kiala and Byfield. Hopefully, he puts a little bit of pressure on them, but he's left-footed, which is nice to see. That's it. They gave me 19 million. What else am I supposed to do? This season has been an absolute mess in the Premier League. We finished 13th. 45 points. I mean, yes, there's one more game to go, but seriously, right when I thought, oh, we're on the up, we're going to qualify for Champions League football, that's where we finished. And in the FA Cup, we're not in the final. In the Carabao Cup, we're not up there. So we won't be qualifying for any sort of European football unless we do well in the Europa League, which we did qualify for, thanks to Arsenal winning the FA Cup. Now, we're in that 5th position initially, which is good. In the round of 16, we played against Lille, beat them 4-0. Quarterfinals, we beat Leipzig 3-1 on aggregate. Semi-finals, it was Athletic Bilbao, and now we are facing Chelsea. And Chelsea, as you know, has finished way above us in the 7th position. However, last season, we finished in the 6th position. So this gives me hope. I'm kind of believing that there's a chance for us to win this and qualify for the Champions League as the 13th in the Prem. And this team, I mean, it should be winning it. It really should be. Again, the centre-backs are growing slowly, but it's okay. They're still only 23 years old. There's time. Our goalkeeper's on a 90. The bench players are looking solid. So I have faith moving forward. I'm really hoping this team can get it done. And well, statistically speaking, oh, why did Engesson have 22 goals and Gray had 20 as a 90 rated player? Something happened this season. I don't know what it is. Maybe Gray played as a left wing, or how could this guy get 22 and 2? Was that all off the bench? Well, it doesn't matter as we now go into this game. 7 minutes in, cross whipped in from Albert onto Gray, holds off the defender and puts it into the back of the net. Chelsea stands no chance as Harry Gray gets his 8th goal of the Europa League season. Well, defensively, we had to be good as well. And luckily, we have a good goalkeeper who makes a big save for us. And also, second half, we didn't stop. Ozzy is now through, and he will get this second. That will secure the Europa League title for our team. What an amazing season this has been, and the players have been growing so well, turning into some of the best in the world of football. And from this title onwards, everyone will pay a lot more attention to our youngsters rising through the ranks. Remember how we had one Premier League game left last season after the Europa League final? Well, we actually lost that one and came in 16th at the end. 16th! But this season, the team wins the league itself. 85 points on them. Young Stars FC have done an incredible job. Going from 16th to the top, what a jump. But we shouldn't have finished 16th anyways with the team that we had. Now, in the FA Cup, we lost to Brentford, who made it to the final and lost on penalties. In the Carabao Cup, Brentford even made it... Wow, they made it to that final as well. Where did they finish in the Premier League? They finished 10th. Impressive. Through our Europa League victory, as you guys know, we made it into the Champions League and we came in 8th, which means we jumped over the playoffs. And in around the 16, we faced AS Monaco. Bit of an easy opponent, 2-1. Quarterfinals, Porto. We're getting lucky with the draw. Semi-finals, PSG smacked them 5-1. And now we're going to be facing Barca. Young Stars FC facing Barcelona, who keep bringing up incredible talents throughout the years, just like Lamine Yamal and many more. So this is the perfect final. So all the youngest football players we could bring into our team have now become absolutely incredible. The Cat on a 96, Aussie's on a 96 as well. Even our centre-backs have both finally surpassed the 86, which was so important for us. But at this stage, everyone is just ridiculously strong, and I cannot wait to see how they will play against Barcelona. And this season was led by Tony Fernandes, coming up with 47 goal contributions. Gray has once again gotten all the goals for us in the striking position, whilst the other striker is nowhere to be seen. So now after 7 seasons, let's take a look at the total numbers, shall we? At number 5, we have Noonan, still part of it. Albert at 4, Gray at 3, Aussie at 2, and Fernandes leads by just 3 goal contributions. So if Aussie somehow gets 3 goal contributions, he could be first as well. Oh, wait a second. As we go into this game, I'm realizing that Noonan is up against us. What's his rating now? 1 second. It's the man that we sold to Barca because we had to. He's on a 95 right now. It's going to be ridiculous to see what he does against us. Hopefully, he actually holds himself back, but I am not really... I don't really think he's going to do that. But he loses the ball straight away and is offside. That's a good start. Now, as we all know, the World Cup is still going on. I am basically missing 3/4 of the World Cup at the moment because I live in Dubai, of course. And here, most of the games are like in between midnight to like 6, 7 in the morning. So I basically miss out on all the matches. I have been able to watch Germany and Turkey. Like, I have been able to follow 3 games properly. The other ones, it's incredibly hard to actually be able to follow everything. But what I do is every morning when I wake up, I actually go ahead and watch the games back. So I try my best to stay updated with everything in order to, of course, give you guys all my thoughts about the World Cup. And right now, all I need to say is I have Gray in the center and I cannot find him with a cross. Gray, you need to prove that getting you instead of the main man himself, Noonan, was the right decision. Here we go. The Cat into Tony Fernandes. He's offside. Also, by the way, so glad that Germany managed to win 2-1 with Deniz Undav coming on as a substitute once again and scoring the goals. And man, he's such an impressive player right now, and I really wish Nagelsmann would put a little bit more respect on his name. Even the way that he made it into the national team was an absolute disgrace. Like, he was disrespecting him the whole time, so I really hated seeing that, especially as someone just like Undav, who has Turkish background and has a German passport. But here goes Gray. Come on, Gray, please. Go on, son. That's a good save from Garcia. But Undav obviously scored 2 goals, where the second one was absolutely ridiculous, if you ask me. The way he controls it and hits it on the turn is so impressive. And Nemecha, again, I'm very impressed by what he's doing. I wouldn't be surprised if some big teams go in for Nemecha after this World Cup, because his physical presence combined with his technical ability is something that a lot of teams would want, especially in like the Premier League. So I'm going to keep my eye on that one, because I think something could be happening there. But having said that, Japan has beaten Tunisia 4-0. I think Tunisia might be out of the World Cup as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they lost 2 games, right? And Japan looked good. I was happy for them, but I'm not happy for you, Noonan. That goal, you're going to pay back. You're going to see some payback for that one for sure. Cut back in. Nice one. Gray's out here. Gray hits it on the finesse. It's saved by Garcia. He's too good. Okay, Noonan just wants to sprint through. Not going to happen, pal. Tony Fernandez, Ozzy. Tony Fernandez, Ozzy! Yes, that's what we need. Right before halftime, we get ourselves a goal. Ozzy, thank you for that one. He actually has gotten a goal contribution, but I believe Fernandez gets the assist, so it doesn't matter. Also, sorry for making you watch me play in these mustard-colored kits. I hate it myself. I keep forgetting to choose the kits. At the far side, someone wants the ball. It's Albert. He's not going to get it, though. Kaba is right here. Shows a bit of strength here. And we're going to look for Fernandez. Fernandez to just shoot, maybe? That would be a good idea. Gray runs through now. We're going to look for him. Gray, come on. Get the goal. It is not going in. Noonan just wants to sprint through. We're putting in tackles. Oh, Noonan lost it. Albert is kind of open down the left here. Come on, Albert. Yes. Keep going. He lobs it up over the defender. Ridiculous. Man, that would have been an insane goal. And we're going to lob this up into the center. Aim for Gray, and he scores. Noonan, in your face, buddy. You should have never left. Gray is the star that has replaced you. And now that goal could mean the Champions League title. Look at how he rises above the rest of the team. Oh my God, bro. How high is he? That is insane. This is ridiculous. Thank you for the goal. Is this actually happening? No, the cat picks it up, kick it away, and that should be it. Thank you very much. The 6'6" tall giant Kaba is gonna be lifting the trophy so high that probably no one else can touch it apart from the cat. But guys, it has been an incredible journey with the youngest football players we could find on FC26, and well, I really enjoyed myself, and I hope you did as well. If you did, hey, check out this video right here. It was just as nice. I wish you a great day. Take care, and peace.